It's going to be part three of my Hoglet cylinder head machining, and today we will be making the hole for the spark plug. Uh, it is a little more involved than I thought, but it was challenging and fun. So I hope that everybody that watches enjoys, and if you do, like and subscribe and give it a thumbs up, and we'll move on to the next part of the head after this is done. Thank you.
More flute, because this two flutes just it's not very good. And I got this from McMaster Car, and I don't know. Normally their stuff is really nice, but this did cut. But I'll tell you, and I'm sure it has everything to do with my machinery that's, you know, not the best. It's not the best stuff, but you know what? It's still getting done. That's what matters. And when I found out, I tried cutting with that large bit. And what happened was, it didn't, oops. Oh, that's nice. It didn't cut very well all by itself in this cast iron, so what I'm going to do is go a little at a time. Open her up, open her up, open her up, that kind of thing. I did put a little notch right here. Directions say 0.675 from perimeter, and this is down a little bit, like I think it was like 15 thousandths. So I'm going to set this 20 thousandth feeler gauge in that little hole, and I'm going to bring my bits down to that, and we're going to try to get close, you know. And I know it's probably not the way to do it, but that's the way I'm doing it. Okay, this is, I'm going to reset this to 0. Now it says we have to go down 0.675. This whole setup is very questionable as far as how strong everything is, so I'm getting a lot of chatter. Doesn't matter how I tighten everything down or anything, it's just, you know, I'm sure it's the machine, but I'm pretty sure it's this vise. It's just not made for this, not for this heavy duty stuff anyway. So slow but sure, that's how we got to do it. So what I'm going to end up doing is this will be boring as all get out, because I'm just going to probably tape it and then fast forward as fast as I can through this, so you guys don't have to watch it. easy to get back to where you were. And they seem pretty accurate. So but like I always said, I'm going to do a couple projects on these old machines, and I'm finding out stuff that I, like and dislike and would want, all that kind of stuff. So we'll see what happens. Dumas. You know what you forgot to do, right? Dumas. You're all excited and you forget to tighten down the bit. All excited. I wouldn't have got far. I wouldn't have got far at all. I didn't really think that would come up. The old Chinese stuff is holding up pretty well right now. Okay, last one. The last one. We can drill a hole and tap for the spark plug. See how it goes. This I don't have to measure because I already made my mark. But when I get to that point, spray this out. We'll clean up the bottom. It looks like we may be done. Just a tiny bit more. Vibration. That'll be good for today. out. Okay. As you can tell by your hands, all the probably lead in there, I think. Makes it easy to do a lot of things to it. Calm down there. If you buy crappy cast iron, you'll sometimes get hot spots in it. Makes it hard to do. You'll find them when you hit them. We are through, I believe. We are through. Oh, let's get this masterpiece out of here, huh? Okay. If anybody even made it this far, they're going to love to see it. I hope somebody made it this far. Spacers. So, here we are. A lot of chatter in there, but that should be okay as far as sealing goes with the spark plug. We're going to get the spark plug quick. We'll screw it on in there. There we go. Finito. So, our next step is I'm going to first do the bushings for the valves, and then it's got to cut a little seat in here. Seat goes right into the head. It's not any inserts or nothing. So I have to decide if I want to, got to figure out how to cut that small of a 45. I don't have a chamfer bit. Maybe I'll have to bite a bullet and buy one, but they didn't have, you know, they were so varied in sizes, so I'll figure it out. But there's that. But the next step is to do the valves and push the guides in there. I have the rocker arm, and I also have the springs, but I have to make the keepers. And what I have to do yet on this is right over here, I got to cut two little holes. They're kind of like a half a hole all the way down for the push rods. If I would have known that, I think I would have just made the rocker arm longer. But we'll have to see how it works. So the next video is going to be the guides and the valves, and hopefully everything else needed. I'm not sure if I'll get it all into one video. See you then.